What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back. We are Live.
I don't know how to spell.
We're live.
It's live?
Live, live. Guys, we're live for the first time in, I believe, 7 months time. 7 months without us.
I like to keep you guys waiting, wondering, guessing. Is Stephanie still here? Did Bruce kill her?
I didn't know. Kill you. That's terrible. It's a terrible thing to say. But guys, we are back live for the first time in 7 months. We're so excited for the next installment of Comics and Beer. Even though tonight it probably should be called Comics and Tequila. Because
guys, I'm trying to drink less beer. It's very bad for my waistline.
Oh, it wasn't just that. There was major flooding. We'll get to that in a little bit. But some major flooding in here. So we couldn't get the beer distributor because we couldn't get out of our driveway. So
do you have pictures?
I do have some pictures. We'll have the video loaded up. And if we have some pictures, I can probably put those up too. We'll show you guys. Don't worry. We'll get into that.
We'll get into prepared. I am not prepared at all.
Well,
I just created a YouTube account under my new married name, guys.
See? So. Oh, that's the thing we could talk about. Getting married. Are you guys excited? You guys excited for us? We got married right here. Not this one. This one. Wait, you got two rings now. So exciting. It's such big days. I got to bring up those photos. But guys, we're back. Comics and Beer. And if you guys are new to the channel or a new subscriber, man, I'm so rusty. I haven't done this in so long. Normally I edit all my videos, so they don't see all the stumbling that I do. But
guys, if you watch Comics and Beer, you know about all the stumbling that Bruce
But hopefully we have some new people on, but I do see a lot of the same amazing, lovely faces in the chat. But guys, also let us know how the mics sound. These are brand new mics. We're trying them out. Cole did let me know that I probably got to pick up one more piece of equipment to make them sound the best. But, if we are quiet, please let us know so that way we know to get a little bit closer to the microphone.
I don't think me being quiet is going to be a concern.
But guys, we're back. Comics and Beer. It's a live stream, but we're switching Comics and Beer up just a little bit. We're gonna make it a little bit more like a talk show. We're gonna try to make it fun and engaging and keep the energy up. And we're also gonna try to have one creator on every single month because this is gonna be a once a month live stream, but it's gonna be a short interview. It's not gonna be a long, drawn out video interview. And Stephanie's gonna take the helm, and she's really gonna drive home the important questions and really get deep in there and make sure that we know the most important facts about every single creator that comes on the show.
Mm-hmm. Like, who's your favorite Pokemon?
Pokejohn. Our son Jack, who's 7 years old, about to turn 8 on October 27th, is so into Pokemon right now. It's like Pokemon every day, every minute, every second. It's a lot. And if you don't like Pokemon, which I'm not a huge fan, it's a lot. What do you think, babe?
Pokemon is the dumbest show.
It's the dumbest show.
It's a crime against TV. And people who made it should go to jail.
Oh, wow. Go to jail. I know.
But anyway, let's talk to the chat because no one wants to hear us talk about how we don't or do like Pokemon.
What?
Plus, I'll probably just offend someone who likes Pokemon. So before I start offending people within the first 3 minutes of the episode, let's say hello to everyone.
Shattered Glass, he loves Pokemon.
Of course.
Collects graded cards from Pokemon.
Anyway, guess who was first?
Who's first?
Las Cruces.
Las Cruces!
Always first. If you're not first, you're last. Although who knows because it changes every time.
There's probably, I think there was one.
Actually, I think I also have this on top chat, not live chat.
Oh boy, she's Rusty. Everyone, Rusty.
Jess is here, whom we love. I got to see Jess.
We did
more in the last year than I've ever seen her in my life. It was amazing. I went to Denver twice this year. I got to see her 2 times. Kiss her adorable little baby.
Aww.
It was amazing.
Baby's so cute.
David Andry's here, guys.
David Spandry!
He's got a wrench. He still has his wrench.
Oh, of course he has his wrench.
Guys, then there's me. I said hi to the chat. No big deal. Two-Gun Pedro!
Two-Gun Pedro!
Guys, it's so nice to see all these familiar faces. Pabs is here.
Pabs.
Cole's Comics. Who's helping Bruce with his sound before.
Cole's the man.
Sam
say?
King.
Sam King. Oh my God, I haven't seen Sam in forever.
I know. I saw his name. Oh my God, Max Washington's here.
What's up,
Nice.
Max?
Ignacio is not going to be here to say mean things to me. It's his favorite
Ignacio
thing.
Omar
Oh
Reyes
my
is in the
God.
house.
Did I forget anyone? Oh yeah, there's Omar.
What's up, Omar?
Hi guys.
Yeah, so we're live. We're live for the first time in a while. This is probably a little bit of a, like, you know, what is it? Shaking off the rust, getting the rust off. We're gonna be a little rusty. It's gonna be great. We have some topics to talk about. There wasn't a lot of good comic book news to talk about, so I threw in some other things that, you know, movies that we've seen. We're gonna talk about those, even though they're old at this point by now because they're already streaming on HBO Max. But you guys need to hear our opinions on them. Stephanie will tell you how good they are, how good they suck, and most of the time, you know, they suck.
Yeah, why does everything suck? People should be better.
People should be better.
It's not my fault. I just call it how it is.
I mean, Stephanie's been reading so many comic books.
I will say I haven't read any comic books in a while, but
months.
I finished a whole book. I read like an actual novel.
Does anyone on this channel care about novels?
It's been the first time I've read a novel in a while. It was quite an accomplishment. I was pretty proud.
Did you feel achieved?
I did.
Wow,
it was
amazing.
the next edition of the Hunger Games book. It was okay.
It was okay.
It wasn't great.
It probably wasn't good at all.
It was slow. The last like 3 chapters, great.
She could have been reading
20.
end after end. Something is killing the children.
I'm so far behind.
So many other amazing stories.
They're waiting for me.
They are in our box, but come on, read the books. We got things to talk about. But we are going to go over some stuff at the end of the show since we haven't done a Holland vlog in a year, like over a year. And Stephanie hasn't been on the channel in a very long time. And a lot of people don't know her opinion on a lot of things. I want to, like, you know, throw out some things to, you know, see what she's thinking about the latest cover letter picks over the last few weeks. And, like, just, like, you know, get her feeling because, you know, there's been...
I will say they keep getting updated on the walls and there's lots that I hate. So
lots that she hates. Well, this will be interesting because Josh and I, my best friend from back home, are going to submit a 25 book pre-screen. And, you know, well, maybe I can bring up some of those images and see what she thinks.
Also, lots of people said that they're in love with novels and that you're wrong.
What? In love with novels? Oh, fine. You guys can enjoy your novels. I like my picture books, my comic
David
books.
Said we should watch No One Will Save You. Is that like on a specific streaming service?
No One
Is that
Will
a
Save
TV
You.
show, a movie? Or are you just telling me that no one's going to save me while we're watching this?
I don't know. I don't know what you guys are talking about. But
movie on Hulu.
So we experienced some serious flooding today, so that's why it's tequila and comics, not comics and beer.
Because we couldn't leave the house.
So to give you guys an idea of how much flooding there was, I can show you guys a video of that, and it was intense. There were
eBay photos. I thought it said Etsy photos, and I was like, why is Bruce making things and selling it on Etsy?
No. Oh, actually, no. I have to send it to myself again. One second, everyone.
All right, so I'll buffer while we're waiting for Bruce.
Buffer.
I have decided to go back to school. I'm getting my master's degree. I'm going to school for a dual degree. So I'm going to get my master's in engineering management.
She's so much smarter than I am.
And my MBA at the same time because, you know, I hate free time and being...
Good. Coughing, babe. But this was you know, this is right outside of our apartment where we live, and that's our car, and that was the craziness that was in the house, our road today. This is not even like the worst of it. And like when cars would like go driving by, they wouldn't slow down at all, like this guy did. Just come plowing through, and then water would actually like come up our 4 or 5 inch little step over to get into the house. It was intense.
Yeah, and I forgot Max Washington is in Queens, and it is crazy in Queens as well.
Oh my God, there were some videos of like the subways where there was like just water gushing out of the walls. Not anywhere else, but the walls of the subway was like water just flying out of them. Today.
New York City's crazy, guys. Don't go there.
Don't go there. I also have one more other thing I can show you from... Oh, no, not that. Let's bring this down here. And give you guys... Oh, man. I gotta do something else.
Izzyverse NYC is here. Also, I'm assuming is in NYC because of his name. And he said also traffic was terrible. I was very fortunate that on Fridays I work from home, so I didn't have to leave the house. But we did have to wait out for the kids who to get off the bus, and there was so much water.
So much water.
That Bruce had to go carry Jack off the bus because he would have probably
sank like so far.
Sailed off into the sea.
There we go. I can bring this up now. This was yeah, it was almost up to my knees in the water, and that's like not at the deepest part either. So it was raining a lot, and we had some what's it called, coastal flooding. That's what we were dealing with.
But I did learn my lesson from last time because we had this same amount of flooding about like 7 to 9 months ago. I don't remember
during the winter time. No, it was Christmas time.
It was Christmas time last year, so 10 to 11 months ago. Then I guess it was longer than I thought. And my car, which was a Honda Civic, was parked in the street, and we got that much flooding, and it ruined my car. Totaled it. So as soon as I saw the flash flood warning come, I took our smaller car, which I had to go buy again, and move it into the driveway because our driveway is up on kind of a slant, so it saves it from the flooding.
Saves our car. Thank God. Thank bejeebus. All right, babe. So that we did our intro. We're married. She's going back to school. Comics and Beer is back. Even those Comics and Tequila. We have our guest host, our interviewee, our creator is going to be David Andry tonight. He's going to come on right around 9:30 for an awesome interview with Stephanie. I'm sure I'll be in there a little bit to help out.
I'll let him talk.
Oh, you gonna let me?
I'll let him.
Oh, we talked about it before.
Maybe.
I had to beg. I had to beg.
You guys see how much he's stumbling over his words. Why would I let him talk?
I'm just nervous.
You guys a favor.
I haven't done this in so long.
Make videos like 3 times a week.
I know, but that's like, by myself in a room. I get to
I make it.
I like so many edits. You guys see the video. It's like cut. I can't even keep a thought together. But get into the movie news.
I'm ready.
So I really only have like a couple things, but the first thing I want to talk about is there was a lot of controversy about that Flash movie. If you were following the internets and everything else, no one liked the Flash movie. But when we went out to Colorado this summer at the end of August to visit our oldest son, Jimmy, who's doing fantastic, by the way. He's doing so good in Colorado. But it was out on HBO Max. So we got it for free to stream. We watched it. And what did you think, babe?
Guys, I do not understand why everybody hated on the Flash. I freaking loved it. It was so good. It was so part where he has the Batman suit that he tries to make into the Flash suit, and he puts it on his face, and his face is all smushed. So good. So like cheeky and stupid. I mean, it's exactly what you expect. It's a cheesy comic book hero movie. It wouldn't be like Oscar worthy, but way better than I thought it was. Maybe because everyone made my expectations so low that I was like expecting garbage, and then I was like, that wasn't bad.
What do you think about Michael Keaton?
I mean, Michael Keaton's Michael Keaton. I don't hate or love him. I do wish that Ezra Miller was less of a piece of shit, so I could
a piece of shit human being.
Yes, less of a piece of shit human being, so that way I didn't feel bad about supporting his work. But
right. Well, he's just crazy. That's all. A little bit of a wacko.
I feel like it's more than a wacko. Wasn't he? Didn't he like break in and like destroy property and?
Yeah, but it's just crazy. He didn't hurt anyone.
Crazy is like the homeless people who work through New York City, and they're like, Franks and beans, and like pushing their shopping cart filled with like 17 blankets and like a pillow. That's crazy. That's destructive and selfish. Rude.
Well, he's a little selfish. I'm sorry. Kenneth Bird is in the house. You're not even keeping up in chat. You're not putting things on chat for everyone to see.
So I'm supposed to talk about the Flash while also in my periphery.
Her periphery.
Yeah, that's the word.
Peripheral.
In my periphery.
In your periphery?
Yeah.
Is that a word, everyone? I'm pretty sure that's not a word.
Jess would know if it's a word.
We thought the Flash movie was good. We'd love to hear what you guys think. I wonder if I can do a poll while we're doing this show right now. That'd be interesting.
Apparently, periphery is the name of a band. Oh. The outer limits or the edge of an area or object. New buildings on the periphery of the hospital site.
I've never heard of periphery, guys. I'm sorry. I've never heard of that. That's bananas.
You're welcome.
Got it. All right. So, let's go ahead and...
I didn't like it as much as the second time. According to Izzy, he said Flash was okay. And just confirmed it is a word.
That's crazy. I never knew that. And here I was giving my wife a hard time, and I shouldn't have.
I mean, how is it 5 years later and he doesn't realize that I'm right about everything?
Everything. I mean, she's right about so many things. It's very frustrating when you're, having an argument or you have like an opinion on something and you're proved wrong over and over and over again. But it's my life and I love it because she is my wife. So
I have a simple rule that I live by.
Simple rule.
I don't open my mouth if I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
So therefore, I can always be right. If I don't know, I'll just be quiet.
Wow. I love that. I love that so much. Okay. Next topic, because She is always right, and she's already cheating. She's already cheating.
What?
You're looking at my screen.
Well, because you're moving your hand and my eyes are drawn to my periphery.
Your periphery. So Netflix. Netflix is a streaming service at this point, but it didn't start as a streaming service, obviously. It started,
guys, remember old school Netflix?
And so it was the mail-in service for so long. Did you have Netflix back when it was a mail-in service?
100%. 100%. I got DVDs mailed to my house, would watch them, send them back, get new ones. They even had the little drop boxes in like the grocery store, and you can pick new ones.
Yep.
And then a thing would open, like the little disc thing would come out, pull out your next DVD to take home with you. I was all about that.
Love Netflix. It was so good. I love Netflix now. We watch so much Netflix. But did you know that Netflix still had the option where you could get CDs or DVDs to your house?
I'm very surprised to hear that was still a thing. I'm more annoyed that they let everyone keep them. Well, I didn't know about it because I would have just got a bunch of DVDs. What am I going to do with them? I have no idea. I'm never going to watch a DVD, a physical DVD, but I would have liked to have gotten the option to keep some crappy DVDs.
But it was just the final DVDs. So like this, they're putting it out, I think it's like the next month or two. It's the last time they're going to send out the DVDs. In those last send outs,
how many people still have DVD players?
I don't know.
That's the real question.
Midwest maybe is my guess. Is like they seem to be a little bit back in time than from everyone else, or just a bunch of old people are our parents. I'm surprised that your parents actually don't still watch things on DVD.
They've watched them on VHS. They wouldn't be up to date with DVD. Cole says he still needs the physical copy so he's able to watch The Flash. Izzyverse says, P.S. you can still keep them today. Yes, but you have to pay for them if you keep them. I want to keep them for free.
Oh, you can keep them today? Oh, I didn't read the whole article. I just wanted it as a talking point because, I don't know, when Netflix first came out and you could get those DVDs, I thought it was so cool. It was always very frustrating when the DVD was scratched and you're trying to watch the movie and then skip. And
that's the main reason I don't watch physical DVDs anymore, because then they would just get scratched to crap and then they'd be garbage, and we put it on and get like 2/3 of the way through a movie and then can't finish it because there's a scratch in the DVD. So you just digital. Rent it, download it, make it the TV's problem to keep it.
All right, so moving on. Tim Allen. You know who Tim Allen is, right?
Yeah.
The guy who plays
Tim the Two-Man Taylor.
There you go. Tim the Two-Man Taylor. Great TV show. What was that show called?
Home Improvement.
Home Improvement. Great TV show. The guy above the fence when you only saw this.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas got his start, and anyone who was born around the same time as me knows that Jonathan Taylor Thomas was the heartthrob of that era.
Oh, he wasn't my heartthrob. Cindy Crawford was my heartthrob, and Paula Abdul. Man, did I have crushes. Big crushes, people. But
back when I would read Teen Bop, I'd read all about
Teen Bop.
JTT, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, before JT, Justin Timberlake wasn't there.
Oh, JT is the man. Come on, Justin Timberlake.
JTT, can't do wrong. Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
But did you know, or should I say, did you enjoy the first Santa Claus movie with Tim Allen?
It's a classic. We watch it every single year. We watch the first Santa Claus. I think we even watched the second one. I know there's a third one too, where it's not the
third
same
one, and then there's a fourth one. And did you know, this was news to me today, did you know that there is actually a Santa Claus TV show, and they're coming out with the second season?
I feel like I might have known that.
Second season of the Santa Claus. That is Tim Allen.
Man, Tim Allen has fallen from grace.
I had no idea. This is like a little bit shocking to me.
A second season, it's okay. But I would like to pause and say that Izzyverse is saying that you can just get Netflix DVDs and they'll just let you keep them. Breaking news, guys. We're ending the show early so I can order Netflix DVDs.
The 10 DVDs for you to keep. That's pretty awesome.
Because they probably have like thousands of
DVDs
sitting in their warehouse. They're like, please, someone want to keep these.
I can't believe that there is a TV show with this. And if you look at this poster, he's doing that classic superhuman stance and he's breaking the ice. Is he like a superhero?
Oh my God, I hope
superhero?
So. I hope so. That would be so great.
This is insanity. But we're big Christmas people. I cannot wait for Christmas. Christmas is such a great season. It's so much fun. Stephanie does so many things around the house. It's the time to get.
I love Christmas.
It's the time to get fat.
Hard.
She does go hard.
I go real hard.
Goes real hard. I thought that was my thing, but I guess that's her thing. She goes hard.
For Christmas.
For Christmas. Oh,
I like
for
move
Christmas.
we like rearrange all the furniture in the house. I have to take everything off all the shelves and all the cabinets so that way I can fit all of my Christmas decorations. And then I have a whole Christmas village that I set up. I go big.
She does. It's pretty amazing.
Or go home.
So I do have one more article.
But Jess says she watched the TV show and that it's pretty cute. Although Izzyverse said that the TV series is not so good. Also, Sleepy Reader 666.
Sleepy! Damien's here! What's up, Damien?
I know married life has not ruined anything. It's made things better.
Who asked that?
Sleepy Reader 666. He said has married life
no.
everything yet.
Seven and I have a very, I think, unique relationship where
we like each
other. We generally get along really, really well, and we like being around each other. I don't know. We've met so many couples, including family members, and for some reason they don't like being around each other, and we do. So nothing has really changed. We just love each other more, I guess.
Except all the paperwork I have to fill out to change my last name.
Finally.
Quite daunting.
So there's a big director, Martin Scorsese.
Mm-hmm.
He's been around for ages. Guess how old this man is? Martin Scorsese.
76.
You're close. He is 81 years old.
81.
81.
Louise. I would not have guessed 81.
He has a movie coming out this year, and he is not done. He is not done directing movies. He wants to do at least 2 more movies. One about Jesus, because I guess he did a movie about Jesus back in 1967 or something like that, and he wants to do like kind of like a sequel or just another Jesus film. I guess
What is a Martin Scorsese film that's come out recently? Is he still making good films?
The Irishman, which was like that super long movie.
I didn't watch that because it was like 6 hours, and I don't have that kind of
Wolf of Wall Street was him.
Okay, I like that movie.
And then there's that new one coming out this year with Leonardo DiCaprio, and I believe he's like marries an Indian. It's on Apple Plus, and there's that whole thing. It seems really out there and weird.
He did the same thing in that movie where he finally won an Oscar for it with the bear that attacks him.
Oh, was that Scorsese?
No, I'm saying he marries an Indian woman.
Oh, you're talking about Leonardo DiCaprio. Gotcha. I just couldn't believe this man is 81 years old. 81 years old, and he wants to continue spending all of his time directing movies. I guess he's been doing it since he was a kid, and he's been doing it his whole life.
Ever since I could walk, I've been directing movies.
Still doing it. I mean, it's crazy. And he's had so many hit movies, but then he's also had a lot of like really bad ones in my opinion. So it's like hit or miss. But Taxi Driver, and actually say it
once you
down
make like a couple of good ones,
Goodfellas.
You can just make garbage ones and no one will care.
I don't like gangster movies, but Goodfellas is so good. Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, Wall Street, and The Irishman is his most recent one. Can you believe he's 81 years old?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I hope that I can still hold my hands up when I'm 81 years old. If I can still do this, guys, I'm winning.
She's winning. She's winning anyway. It's amazing.
Also, Josh Oliver is here. He's saying hello.
What's up, Josh Oliver? How are you doing?
First time I have been live, but a long time fan. I'm assuming of only Bruce because I haven't been on in a very long time.
What's up, Josh? How are you, man? So yeah, that was pretty much all the news. I went through. I usually, when I like try to gather the news, I go back for the week, so like 7 days, all the way back to the previous Friday. This was really the hardest hitting news that I was able to find. There was some other casting news.
We had 7 months to talk about news that we haven't talked about.
It fresh. People's not going to care about 7 months ago. But there was one other thing. James Gunn has been confirming characters that are continue into his DC EU universe, because when Aquaman 2 comes out, it's going to be the end of the Snyderverse, and then they're going to pick up the James Gunn universe. And Stephanie and I really enjoyed the TV show. She should speak for herself. Peacemaker. I loved Peacemaker. I thought Peacemaker was like one of the best TV shows.
John Cena, man.
He can play that character.
He can play that character. He's like The Rock. He plays the same character.
Every single movie.
None of it's very good, but he's just a good guy, so you let him get away with it. Same with The Rock. Like, The Rock seems like a genuinely decent person who does decent things for people in his life. John Cena is like the #1 Make-A-Wish contributor ever. Like, he's granted more wishes to kids that ask for him than anyone else ever. He's just like an amazing guy. Also, thank you, Sleepy Reader 666.
Sleepy, you're the man. Thank you so much.
Starbucks
Delicious. Oh, what's your new Starbucks drink? What are you drinking now?
Oh my God, Bruce is judging my Starbucks
Oh, it's so
drink
gross.
so
It's
hard.
so gross.
They came out with all the fall flavors.
They did. Pumpkin spice.
There is a new one called Apple Crisp Oat Milk Shaken
gross.
Espresso, and it is delicious.
I try not to judge too hard. I really don't. I mean, Stephanie and I have love a lot of the same things, but I tasted that thing and it tasted like garbage. Hot garbage.
Oh my God, I've never seen him react to something. I was like, here, try it. And he tried it. He goes,
so gross.
He's like, I never want to taste apple with coffee again.
It was so bad. But Sleepy, you are the man. Thank you so much. I had something I wanted to ask you. Oh, we're going about the James Gunn universe. He did confirm through Peacemaker, so John Cena is coming back, but also the character who's playing Vigilante, that actor, is coming back.
He was the best part of the whole
Oh my
show.
God, Vigilante
is so great.
So great.
I don't even know his name. It's in IRL.
It was a very weird name. I was reading. I'm like, who is that actor? I've never heard of that name before. But then they said it was the character who played Vigilante, and the only other character that might make it into his universe is Blue Beetle, which that movie is just hit streaming. Kind of, you have to pay $25 for it, but who's gonna wants to pay for $25 when you can just wait for it to come out?
I don't ever
HBO.
pay the $25. I wait till it comes out, and it's like $5, $6 to rent. Then I'll watch it. I'm waiting for the Barbie movie to go down to $6 because I want to see that.
Oh yes, me too. No, it's supposed to be really, really good.
Everyone is like raving about the Barbie movie. Who would have thought when I saw that come out? I'm like, oh, stupid. Who wants to watch that? And then it came into theaters, and people were like loving it. And then it stayed in theaters for a really long time, so people must have really been loving it. Now it's out, but you can rent it for $25. So I want to see that.
I did see one more piece of news before we go over to the interview with David Andry, which you guys have to stay for that because that interview is going to be tight. But Izzy just put this in the chat. Big news: Marvel Studio is also listening to pitches for the X-Men movies. So this was news. It dropped earlier today when I was on a work call. I had my phone set up here so I can see in case the kids text or Stephanie text during the day. I saw they come in, and I got to tell you, I was not excited. Marvel movies and TV shows have been such hot garbage over the last, I don't know, 2 years, 3 years. Does this excite you at all to see a new X-Men movie under the Marvel umbrella?
2 responses. 1, Burican is here.
Burican Comics! What's up, Burican?
Said that the Blue Beetle is going to be on HBO Max soon and that it was good. And I'm excited to see that movie. It does look pretty good.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a fun movie. Kind of like The Flash. Really cheeky, cheesy, just fun times. Take your brain out, enjoy the action.
In regards to the Marvel movie, I'm not excited because they really screwed the pooch with the Marvel movies where they tried to make other ones that didn't involve Hugh Jackman. But the ones with Hugh Jackman, I loved. And I love the relationship he had with Jean Grey. And at the end, when she turns into the Phoenix and she's killing the whole world, and he's the only one who can get to her, and he gets up to her and he's like, I love you. And then he kills her with his freaking claws. It's so good. And I was like, oh God.
Well, Hugh Jackman's coming back as Wolverine for the next Deadpool movie.
I know. It's everywhere on social media. You can't
everywhere.
Not see it.
Izzy, thank you so much for reminding me of this news. I just it happened during work, and I just completely forgot to add it to the sheet because work was crazy.
I think everyone kind of feels that they're done with Marvel, which I think is why Marvel's been tanking every movie that they've made. Because they saturated it too much, and then every movie that came out was Marvel, and you're like, all right, I get it. And if they make nothing new, it's the same generic Marvel movie.
It is.
So
well, that was it for the news. We'll come back in a month, and we'll hopefully have some more news that I'll collect over the time.
Oh, and then Josh Oliver said he's been watching Ahsoka.
Yeah, the Star Wars stuff has been hit or miss. We got halfway through the new Mandalorian season. Steph didn't like it. I liked it enough to keep going, but other stuff came out, and whenever it keeps falling back and back. But Ahsoka
I love the first season. I have my Grogu doll right behind me.
You do.
Like Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
I was all about the first season, even though they had that terrible episode with Bill Burr in it.
Oh, that was so bad.
That seems to be the Star Wars way. It's 2 or 3 good episodes, 4 shit episodes, 2 or 3 good episodes. So it is what it is. But I mean, you tried to watch other things.
Oh, the Star Wars things?
Other Star Wars.
Yeah, no, they were all garbage. But I do want to try Ahsoka because it's got a lot of really good reviews. But it is 9:31. It is time to bring on our guest interviewer or guest creative or creator. Oh my God, I'm so all over the place. Our guest, comic book creator. He's such an amazing person. This guy has been on the channel 3, 4, 5 times. I don't know. So many freaking times. He is our best friend. We shout him out whenever we get the chance. His name is David Andry. Now, this guy has written one of my favorite comic books of all time. It's back there up on the wall, 9.8. I'm so glad I got it. That cover A and a 9.8. It's called Resident. That book is one of my favorite reads of all time. If you have not read it, well, guess what? We're going to talk about that a little bit because it's coming out in a collected edition hard. I think it's a hardcover. David will tell you more about it because that's what he's going to do when we give him like 5 minutes to like shout out his own stuff. But first, let's go
5 minutes, David. I'm starting the timer.
I'm going to go ahead and bring him on now. And then Stephanie is going to take over and she's going to do a little interview with David. She has some questions prepped for him. And it's just going to be a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and bring on David. Everyone, get your hands ready to clap. Get your beer up in the sky. Really spill it everywhere. Let's bring it on. David Andry!
Oh my God, he did the Bruce clap.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I'm finally back.
Gosh. David, what is going on, my man?
David has refused to do any interview until we came back. Guys.
That's a lie.
Yeah,
I've seen him on other channels.
I won't even talk to people on the street. I'm like, no. I cannot talk to you.
He wears only this shirt. His
every day.
Stephanie comic shirt.
It smells really bad by now.
You could wash it. You could wash it.
He chooses not to.
I hose myself outside every once in a while. That's it.
I like to imagine that you have like a little small kiddie pool. If you like.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We have like 60 chickens now. So I go out with the chickens and roll around in the dust bath and it's all good.
Perfect. The chickens clean you.
That's right. They peck all the filth off of me.
Just to answer Barikin's question, he asked, I don't see any beers. This is sober comics. No, this is tequila in comics because there was flooding, Barikin. You came in late. We're not going to react to the whole beginning.
And whiskey in comics.
Yeah, whiskey and tequila.
Comics. That's right. This season of comics and beers taking it up a notch. Hard liquor and vomiting. That's all we do.
So David, we know
next season it's shots in comics.
Oh my God! Don't even think about that.
So we're just gonna start smoking pot. It's cracking comics. We're gonna keep upping it up.
It's heroin in comics. It's just get real relaxed.
Yeah. Acid in comics is just gonna be me and Bruce touching each other's face throughout the whole thing.
Oh. Well, David, you have been so busy. Like the amount of things that you sent me to talk about is a very, very long list. And I'm so excited that you are so busy because like you are one of my favorite creators. I always get so excited when a new book comes out. But you know what? We're gonna have plenty of time to talk about that kind of stuff. But no one really knows you all that well. Which I think, that is like when you get to know someone, like when people come on our show and we're just spouting out the stupidity and the craziness that is our life. You get to know us. You get to know Bruce and Stephanie and like how crazy our lives are. But no one really knows David Andry. You don't get to talk about that. Everyone's like, hey, tell me about your book. I only want to know about your book.
Where do you come up with your ideas? Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yeah. That is the hard-hitting question.
That is a hard-hitting question. But now I'm going to pass the mic over to Stephanie because Stephanie has some really engaging, really
Do you not want David to tell us about his stuff first?
No. That's no. We want to like.
They got to earn it.
They got to earn it.
You guys have to earn it. That's right. Stay in. We're leaving David Andry's information till the end. That way you're forced to watch this garbage we've slapped together.
I didn't slap nothing together.
I slapped it together. It's the usual comics of beer. Bruce does all the work. I show up 5 minutes before I'm supposed to be here, and I'm like, what am I doing? And then just yell at everyone. So welcome, guys. David Andry, I prepared 10 questions for you that now my computer is being super weird and just showing me weird stuff instead.
She's not prepared, guys.
I haven't. First of all, I put it on a Word document.
Oh, she put it on a Word document. That makes it better.
I'm going to ask you 10 rapid fire random questions, David. First thing that comes to your mind. Are you ready?
Yes. How much time is on the clock?
We might dig deeper into some of these.
Okay.
But please don't expunge everything yet. Like, let us go a little deeper. But like, we're gonna ask the original question, and we'll see where it goes.
Okay.
I'm gonna switch to question 2 because I feel like it's the most important question. David, what is your favorite body part?
Of myself or of someone else?
In general, you're like, I'm a foot guy.
On my
fingers.
Myself, probably my eyes because I have green
right.
eyes, and it's not very common.
Your eyes are mesmerizing.
Thank you.
I'm looking at them now, and they're just lovely.
David,
There we
did you
go.
know that Bruce also has green eyes?
I have hazel eyes.
It's very hard to see on my tiny little screen.
Get closer to the screen, Bruce.
Yes.
That better? Yeah, let's get close together, quick. Be close.
You get
Let's
closer too,
touch
David.
eyes. Touch eyes.
It's exactly the direction that I was hoping this question would go in. Thank you. Question number 2: who do you text most?
Tim Daniel.
Who is Tim Daniel?
My
Who is this
co-writer.
person?
Yeah,
Co-writer.
Either probably my wife Lauren or my best friend Sean, but Tim is up
Wait.
there.
Did you just hear him say that?
I hear him say he has a
My
best
wifey.
friend and didn't then say our names afterwards.
He did not.
Oh no! Well, you guys don't. You guys have me blocked on like your numbers because I texted too much. So yeah,
This is true.
I would text
Okay.
you guys. Yes.
More importantly, David,
Yes.
what is your favorite breakfast?
When you go to like a breakfast place, and
David,
they
2
have-
seconds to answer these
Oh,
questions.
sorry.
Stop taking it apart.
Sorry. The whatever has the most stuff. So like the lumberjack special or every meat possible or
Mhm.
whatever gives you like
The meat fiesta.
yes, pancakes and hash browns and waffles and bacon and ham and grits and
You're a
biscuit.
man after my own heart, David.
So you
So
like to eat
whatever,
breakfast and then
whichever
go
one
back to
gives
bed.
me the most, I'm ordering that one. I don't really care what it is. Just give me the most
Do
breakfast.
you have a 2-for-1 special?
Yes, and I am both.
All right, now the question that Jess wants to know the most.
I want to know too.
What is your Hogwarts house?
Oh,
If you were to go to Hogwarts, what house would you be in, David?
I would leave and go someplace cooler.
Snap!
I'm sorry, I'm not a Harry Potter fan. Sorry, everybody.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think
No,
for the
I
show,
guess.
Guys, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you for joining us.
I was just slightly too old, I think, for that stuff to
Slytherin.
interest
Did
me.
you read
That's a
the
Slytherin
books?
answer.
I tried, and they were a little too basically written. It was her language is very boring, and the books were very boring to me. I couldn't get through like the first 2 chapters.
Did you see the movies first and then read the books?
I think I did see the movies first, and then I tried the first book, and I said I can't do this. Yeah, and I didn't really like the movies either.
That's fair. David, I have a secret to tell you.
Yes,
I watched the movies first and then also read like 2 chapters of the first book. And then I was like, I can't read this and put it
Yeah.
down and never read it.
Yeah, everybody that I know who really liked the books, they don't read a lot of like novels. And that's not to be like, oh, I read so much, but I read a shit ton. So like to spend my time reading that, it was just like I would read that in like 5th grade and not as
Wow.
Well,
I mean,
will say,
I was
feel
reading
like he's insulting
Bruce's
me.
favorite
I was
book,
reading
he read
it.
like-
I was reading it and Stephen King in 5th grade. So I mean, I couldn't really.
My God, I went through a huge Stephen King phase,
Yeah.
and I was all about. I read The Shining. I don't know, probably like 10 times. I was all about that book and Pet Sematary. So.
Well,
Now
I
everybody,
am.
now everybody hates me, but it's okay.
All right, if I knew that, I would
Next
have
question.
saved this question for last. So let's move on quickly. If you were a spy, David, what would your spy name be?
Ooh, what would your code name be?
Oh, I think it would be Drake Sneaky Man because it's such an obvious spy name that no one would think I was actually a spy.
You heard it here, everyone.
Drake Sneaky Man is
That's
the
right.
next.
Drake the Spy.
It's coming out soon.
The next simply written comic book
Yes.
by David
Yeah,
Andry.
I'll write it for the Harry Potter crowd.
Drake Sneaky Man.
Oh, taking shots.
I was just gonna say I like that. Ain't no laws for Ravenclaws. All right, so we don't like the Harry Potter movies. So what movie then do you enjoy quoting the most?
That's a good question.
Oh, quoting. It's probably, Princess Bride or Spaceballs or
Oh, Princess
Great
Bride's a great movie.
Princess Bride.
Spaceballs, great
Yeah.
movie.
I love Princess Bride.
To make this rapid fire question a little bit slower, I have a younger brother who is autistic, and so he would watch the same movies over and over and over again, and just he did the repetition thing where he just would watch the same movies, and so anything that he watched as a child and growing up is stuck in my brain like deep. Like there was a point in time when I could recite Spaceballs from beginning to end because he watched it every single day. So it's usually one of his movies, or so like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, or Spaceballs, or Princess Bride. A lot of
because everybody wants to know. I'll let you know that the movie I quote the most is Step Brothers.
Step Brothers, yeah, that or Talladega Nights gets a lot of quotes here because we're big Will Ferrell fans over here.
Will Ferrell's amazing.
I love that whole era of Will Ferrell, like Talladega Nights.
Oh, perfect.
So good.
So good.
Yeah.
What was the Wedding Crashers?
Wedding Crashers, I love that movie.
Mom, the meatloaf! Every day.
Before we move on to the next question, Don Gustafos Sleepy Slots gave us a 99 super chat.
Woo woo!
That is either the name of a casino or the name of a prostitute. One of the two.
Either one would be fantastic. I love them both.
That is,
thank you, Don.
Yeah, that's a brothel.
That is 100%
that's a
brothel.
That's a themed brothel. You come in and you get a shot of
Mexican
NyQuil.
Restaurant brothel.
You try to stay awake long enough to have the sex.
You get the largest plate, David Andry style.
Yes.
You
get the one of each.
That's why they call it sleepy slots.
Yeah.
You eat really heavy food, fall asleep.
You have a Thanksgiving dinner.
What's up, Black Spiders?
Exactly.
All right, next question.
Would you ever appear on a reality show? And if so, which one?
Yeah, sure. I'm very interesting.
Could you keep up with the Kardashians?
Yeah, it would probably be like something like that, which is just me and Lauren, my significant other, in our daily lives, because we think we're hilarious, and and we're like, man, someone should be recording this. We say that all the time, and it's just us being idiots with each other. So yeah, we're
I'd watch that.
We're very similar to you guys, where we actually like each other's company, and like we hang out voluntarily.
All right. I like that.
Just like us. We love being around each other.
Yeah.
It's true. I also think I'm hysterical.
It's true.
If people watch the
that's all. The only person that matters is you and the person right next to you.
I
they
say
think
jokes
you're funny
and laugh at them all the time.
Right,
At my
me
own
too.
jokes. I'm like, guys, I'm hysterical. Did you hear what I just said?
I have made
Everyone's like, no.
myself laugh harder than any other person has ever made me laugh. So.
True. All right. 3 more questions, David.
Okay, rapid fire.
Let's see how long you can make this one. Do you believe in ghosts?
No.
Next.
Oh, that's a boring answer, David. Why
Sorry.
don't you believe in ghosts?
No.
All right. Doesn't believe in ghosts, doesn't like Harry Potter. So clearly you had a traumatizing childhood and
Sad
no
life.
longer enjoy life.
That's true.
Next question then.
Yes.
Very appropriately, would your 12-year-old self think you were cool?
Oh, probably. The comic book thing, I think, would carry a lot of weight with my 12-year-old self, because when I was 12 was when I got into comics.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, that's the exact age that I started reading comic books, and I thought they were super cool. And reading like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Spider-Man, and I would have thought, oh man, you're awesome, dude. you're fatter and uglier than I thought it would come out to be, but other than that, the job thing is pretty cool.
Shut up! I just like my hungry man.
That's right. I just want the everything plate.
I will say 12-year-old me would be very disappointed in my bedtime. It'd be like, you're an adult and you can do whatever you want. You go to bed at 9:30 and I'm like, I'm tired.
9:30. We go to bed at 10:30. Thank you.
That's right. Put some respect on it. 10:30. All right. Last question, David.
Last question. For all the money.
Hopefully you're not as boring as you were with the ghost question.
I'll make something up.
Would you rather travel to the past or travel to the future?
Travel to the future.
And
I've always wanted to see how things develop and turn out and end. And I think the future is so surprising. Like we try to predict it all the time. And like 10 years ago, we had no idea we'd be doing all this crap that we're doing right now. So I'd love to see like 1,000 years in the future, like really far, and see like what happened, Star
1,000
Trek.
years? That's pretty far.
Yeah, like Star Trek and like sci-fi was always kind of like my first love, So
My dad loves Star Trek. I watched every single episode, every single movie. I know it all.
Yeah, and that was like my dad's too, and that was like my entry to kind of like nerddom. Even
Nerddom.
That was more nerdy than like Star Wars was pretty mainstream, but you had to be a little bit of a nerd to like Star Trek.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would definitely go either way into the future or way into the past. I would just want to see dinosaurs. Just give me like all the dinosaurs.
Oh god, see dinosaurs for like 3 minutes before one ate you.
Yeah, before a giant dragonfly ripped my head off. All right, yeah.
A plant that's like alive that like stabs you and infects you immediately.
So, send me to the future.
Perfect. Yeah. I don't want to know what the future looks like. I imagine that we're going to go in the future and it's just going to be like desolate. We've ruined the ozone layer and the whole environment.
Probably.
Yeah. But I want to see how it ends. I want to see how the movie ends.
I'm only here for the ending.
Earth. Yeah. Come on, asteroid. Do it in my lifetime.
Yeah, you probably go there and then the asteroid will be hitting. You're like, oh god damn it.
This is so cool.
That in the year 3024, Mecha Trump will be president.
Oh my god. We just get another super sticker from Black Spiders. Black Spiders.
Guys, you really love when I drink Starbucks. Thank
you. So, David, now that we've done the 10 questions, thank you for enlightening our audience and hopefully your fans with some more deep knowledge of who David Andry is, the Hungry Man.
You probably lost a couple fans about Harry Potter.
Honestly, probably like a lot less people like me now. But
you should have just
got to know you, and they were disappointed.
I should have just said like, Ravenclaw,
Griffin head or whatever. I don't freaking know, you nerds.
You should have said Slytherin, something bad.
Yeah.
People would be happy if you said Griffin. Even if you said Griffin head, they'd be like, we know what he meant. He's still a good guy.
Honestly probably a freaking Hufflepuff,
He knows it. He knows it.
I'm gonna be honest with myself and with everyone watching. Yeah, I probably would either be Hufflepuff or whatever's
Ravenclaw
than a Hufflepuff. Whatever's like I'd be on the janitorial staff or something.
I'm afraid that my dominating personality would make me a Slytherin.
Oh, she's wearing green, gold, black.
But maybe I could turn the Slytherin clan around. Put some new, All right,
enough about Harry Potter. David has so many things to talk about, and we still need to do the closing bit where you
Max
get to make fun of him.
Said that he's part of House Hog Anal Warts. I'm assuming that's what you meant by saying that, Max Washington, that's your house.
Okay. All right, Dave, you do have a lot going on right now, and I'm very excited for you because there is so many things going on, but we should tell everyone about these things because maybe they don't know about all the amazing things that you're doing. So, First up, like I said at the beginning of the show, Resident is coming out with a collected edition coming out in February. You can pre-order it right now through your LCS or any major online retailer online.
Stop watching this right now and pre-order it.
No, David.
Turn it off. You can't have two screens open. Everyone knows that. Once you open another tab in your internet, the other one has to close.
Yes. Go. We'll wait.
Is there what do I want to say?
So it's a soft
Is this hardcover or soft cover?
Yeah, it's a soft cover, not a hardcover. It just with the rising costs of printing, it just would have made it way more expensive. So it just worked out better. It still gets it pretty low.
Because then you can really bend it backwards. Like that's just supposed to do comic books, right? Like you open it, you bend it backwards, really crease the spine. That way you can read.
Oh my god, this is terrible. Everything she's saying is like giving me like anxiety.
Yeah, and then if you don't finish in time, fold the page over.
Fold the page, or just do a little. You can do a little tear in the page.
Yes. Oh my right.
Rip where
and then if you're
at.
chewing gum, chew the
just
rip the corner off.
Oh my god, this is like the worst.
Yeah, and then hopefully we could we'll do another one that's a hardcover someday. But soft cover. Order it from wherever you get books or comics from.
Well, I'm excited. I think I personally will probably wait for the hardcover. I have all the issues. I have multiple copies of every single one. I have all the variants. I have everything.
Well, if we don't sell a bunch of these, we're not going to get a hardcover, Bruce.
So. All right, Bruce, buy them. I'm going to make Bruce.
You got to buy 10 of them.
10 of them. Okay.
Let's buy 10 and we'll give them away.
We'll give them away.
But before we move forward, Josh Oliver just dropped $5.
Josh, thank you so much, man. Really, really appreciate you
as a human being.
Most importantly, Stephen Hayner is here.
Stephen Hayner!
Oh my God! Even David Andry knows. Hayner. In case you guys don't know, Stephen Hayner, the wrench of all wrenches, is here.
The nicest person in the world.
Have a wrench? Nicest guy ever. Remembers our birthday every year and sends me a birthday card, guys. I don't know what happened to all the birthdays that I swear I put in my phone, but I don't have any of them anymore. So Stephen Hayner, when's your birthday? Because it is real dick of me to not be sending you a birthday card. You're sending me a birthday card and I don't have it in my phone, so please tell me.
Stephen Hayner is now a official wrench of all the wrenches.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you had my birthday. I think I put my birthday.
I know. I don't have anyone's. I don't understand. Bruce is like, I'm like, Stephen Hayner sent us card. I'm like, oh, I have to have his birthday in my phone. And I went, I'm like, I don't have anyone's birthday in my phone.
No, you had them saved somewhere because you saved like 9 people one night.
9 people one time. I don't know where it is. Everyone send me your birthdays again. In the chat, quickly. Birthdays. I'll screenshot it and I'll save it and I'll put it in my phone.
60. There has been 19 votes on our poll. Was The Flash a good movie? And 63% of people said yes, which
is a good movie.
It was a good movie. All right, moving on.
And Resident has been optioned for a TV show.
Snap!
It's some level of production.
Is it still BET?
BET, Ridley Scott, and CBS Studios are the
CBS. All right, I love that.
Yeah. And hopefully now the writer's strike is over, things can keep moving forward on it. So
are you working on helping with the
I would love to. Script? I would love to. We're not at that stage yet. So hopefully if there's a writer's room, I can sneak my way into it.
I mean, I think you need to be in there because if you read that, if you read also when you're reading the next book that we're going to talk about, which is End After End, which is
don't go to End After End yet. I want to just take 10 seconds to let people know how good of a book Resident is, because I know Bruce has the disease where he says he loves everything and doesn't share his honest opinion.
I do. I tell
anyone who's on this channel who knows me for a hot second knows that I'm going to tell you if you're terrible or not to your face.
Yes.
Rudely.
Yes.
And with
I
no
have
fear.
experienced that.
Resident is such a good book. As someone who doesn't even really read comics and read some that Bruce has given me that I'm like, never put this in my face again. You guys should all be reading Resident if you haven't read it. Buy this collected edition. Support David Andry.
True that.
Just like we talked about. Good dude. You just want to support good people. David Andry is a good guy. Check out his beard. Check out his shirt. Buy Resident.
Yes. In that order.
All right. Next up, we do have End After End. End After End is coming to a conclusion.
Yes.
Conclusion. Yes.
So we're going to combine issues 9 and 10 into a double-sized final issue that should be out. Who knows? Whenever
it's been delayed for a long time.
Whenever the artist finished drawing it. So 9 is done, 10 is in production, and then as soon as 10 is done, we're going to put it out double-sized. The first trade is out already, so you can get caught up.
Stephanie is mostly caught up on this.
Yeah,
I think I've read at least 6 of the issues. It's nothing personal, David. If you were listening, I haven't read a comic book in forever.
Yeah.
But I was enjoying End After
End. And this is honestly one that I really want people to get to the end because we're really building to something.
All right, I'll catch up.
Yeah.
By the next Comics and Beer, I promise you that I will read.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will. I'll make an effort.
That's okay. That's okay. No rush. You can wait till the final. You can wait till the final double-sized issue comes out, which is great because we wrote. So issue 6 is kind of like a little bit of just a bridge between the first and second arcs, and then 7, 8 is like a 2-issue arc, and then 9 and 10 is a 2-issue arc. So that's actually how we wrote them. So it's cool that 9 and 10 are coming out, as one whole piece, because then people can read it straight through, and it's basically the giant climax finale of the series. And it was kind of what we came up with almost first. We came up with the very beginning of this idea, and then we came up with the very end. And then I've never really had that experience before, where I usually kind of have to work through writing the whole thing before I know how it's going to end.
End after end. He did.
Yeah.
He did
end after beginning.
After the end.
All right, but there's more, guys. There's like 4 more slides we need to get.
I just want to share that I wrote that I love Don Gustavo sleevey slots to comment, and then I did this. Bruce can see it, this purple laughing face.
Yeah.
But if you look at YouTube over here, it just says purple face, purple crying. It is not the emoji. It is just some weird description.
Well, StreamYard can't do emojis. Next up is, how do you pronounce that?
Denizen. Yes.
Like a real word.
So this came out through, what's it called? Nightfall.
Yes. Right? Well, it was part of the thing we called Nightfall double feature. So there was 2 stories in each issue. Each of the stories was 30 pages long. So it was basically a comic and a half of each story in each issue. So you got 60 pages of comics for like $8. It was actually we thought it was a really good deal, you know, because it's basically
expensive but good.
Well, it's 3 comics, and usually
True.
comics are $5 each, so that's $15 worth of comics in an $8 package.
Makes a great point.
Yes, I'm here to sell it.
I think Bruce had too much tequila. I can see it in his eyes.
So the first 3 issues of that are out. The 4th issue is coming out. It's in solicits right now, and then once we're done with that, they're going to put each separate story that was in that continuing series as its own trade paperback.
I'm excited for that.
So you can experience it like month to month, like we did a double feature, like it was a double feature movie, or you can just get the individual stories. You know, Denizen by me and Tim Daniel, and Chris Sheehan on art, and my boy Jason Wordy on colors, and then Cemeterians is the other story by Daniel Kraus and Mound House on the art, and Kurt Michael Russell on colors. There, I remembered everybody's name. That's pretty good.
You did a great job.
That was tough on my brain.
For someone who hates Harry Potter, you really impressed us.
Thank you. Put the choosing hat on me.
The sorting hat, David.
Oh, whatever. I don't know. Some nerd shit. Put nerd shit on me.
Okay. The choosing hat. We're gonna move on because that was cringe
forever.
Next up, Dead Blood, which was a book that was only released through Kickstarter.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really fun. As me and my friend Chris Alvarez, who lives here in Sacramento, and we've been tabling at conventions together since I started with my very first self-published like comic. And you know, we've worked on anthologies together and short stories, and Chris like, let's work on something. He just wanted to work on something, and I'm like, he said, let's do it like a ghost story. And I'm like, okay, cool. How about like this dude with a big old gun that shoots ghost bullets and his ghost vestigial twin brother who's still attached to him fight bad guys? And he's like, cool, totally in.
He's like, I'm in.
Yeah. So, you know, we're both huge fan of 90s comics, and this is our comic that we would have made if we were making comics in the 90s. So it's not like not like kind of like a joke comic or like making fun of the 90s. It's our legitimate attempt to create what we would have created in the 90s with their kind of sensibilities.
It has a very 90s look to it.
Yes, that was the exact idea. The logo is 90s. The cover is 90s.
The colors, I feel like they don't even make that color purple anymore.
No. So yeah, we really went all out on this thing, and it came out great. And we did the first issue on Kickstarter. We like doubled our goal, and so then we're putting whatever money we made into doing the next one. And so
do you have a link you can drop in chat, David, for your Kickstarter?
Well, that Kickstarter is done, and the other Kickstarter has not started yet. So we're not going to kickstart until we're done completely with the entire book. So we don't want there to be this gap between, hey, I backed this Kickstarter, and a year and a half later, oh, I get this book. Well, I don't even remember buying this. That happens all the time. So we're going to pay for it all out of pocket, some out of pocket, some with proceeds from the first Kickstarter, because we pay the colorist and the letterer, and Chris works for free. And then as soon as it's done and ready to go and ready to be like sent out, then we'll do the Kickstarter. But
love it.
You know, follow me on some kind of social media, and I'll announce it when that happens. Sometime whenever Chris gets done drawing it, he's got a full-time job and a kid, so he goes slow, but he goes consistently. So a couple of more months and should be done with number 2. And,
nice.
Yeah, to quit his job.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
And this is our labor of love. I mean, we're gonna do this for as long as like he can draw.
I mean,
Until his hand falls off.
just put the kid in the backyard, and there's plenty of space back there. Let him around.
Right. They have those little harnesses, right, with kids. I don't know anything about
just
children.
Dude, no, just let him wild. Let him run wild. Let him
I
free.
mean, we have
lessons.
telling you, we got like 52 chickens in my backyard. We got rabbit.
God,
we got a
David,
rabbit back
what
there.
kind
We
of
got
life are you living? Are you living in the Midwest? Are you one of those people who still has a DVD player?
no.
You know what David is? David is enormous. That's what David is.
Yeah.
He is enormous. That's why he needs 53 chickens.
That's right. So Enormous was Tim Daniels' kind of first big book. They did a giant size Enormous through Image Comics, and then 215 Inc., which is now Invader, put out, I think, 12 issues of it. And so they're going to reprint them in trade paperbacks, and then me and Tim are going to pick up from where it ended, and restart Enormous through in single issues. So that first Kickstarter is done. That book, I think, is still available for pre-order in comic book shops if you're interested in the first series. And then we'll kickstart the second volume, and then after we're done kickstarting the second volume, we're gonna start the third volume of brand new stuff. So very exciting.
I have no idea what Enormous is even about. Can you give us like a 30-second like pilot pitch?
Post-apocalyptic giant monsters.
All right, and
Like
also
7 words.
Pretty ladies who look like they're naked. Naked pretty ladies running away. From
I love me some good pretty naked little ladies.
Okay, well, I'll put them in especially for you.
Yes. I just request that all of them have my face.
Okay, done.
Every character has to be my face. Yes,
yeah. The artist on the first series kind of drew photorealistic, and I'm a character in the first series, and you can see.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah. So that was
I'm only in
like 2 panels, but that's fine.
We'll get there.
Before Bruce goes to the next slide, couple things.
Yes.
One, you have to share Don Gustav's Sleepy Slots. No, the one before that at 9:53. That one, amazing. That was one I was laughing at before. Also, I wanted to say hello to MJ3 because they came into the chat while David was talking. And also, then you can share the second Don Gustavos thing because his birthday is on Sunday and he's going to be 43.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
I turned 43 on October 18th.
He's going to the Sleepy Slots.
He's going to Sleepy Slots. My birthday's on Monday.
Eat a big turkey.
I'm not turning as old as Bruce.
No, she's not. She's
I
young.
would also like to say that Ignacio was the only one who shared his birthday.
That's true.
So
here's just slide into our DMs with your birthdays.
Ignacio, a happy birthday text because nobody else is telling me when their birthday is.
Slide into our DMs on Instagram. That's the best way for us to remember.
Whatever. Cisco C is also here.
Who is it? Cisco! Oh my God, Cisco C! What's going on?
Also, where's Fish Tropic? What is his new name?
I don't know.
It's not
Fish Tropic book though. This is the last thing David Andry is doing right now.
Well, before we talk about last thing, let's talk about. I have 3 books coming out with a company has not been announced yet, but it kind of sounds like a hole in the side of a mountain, and that might be a little angry. So maybe angry hole inside of mountain.
This is the book that you shared with me that we can't talk about?
Yeah, we can't talk about it yet. It should be announced very shortly, but that's going to be the first of 3 books that we have coming out through that company.
There's a variant cover by Tula Latte that is like
dope and
fire.
Yeah, and Josh, we got to do variant by Josh Hickson, and yeah, we got
the Tula Latte one. That is the one.
It's good. It's good. It's good. But yeah, we're going to be in have a short story. Creepshow has come back as a comic. They do 2 stories in each issue. They did the first volume, and then they're kicking off the second volume. It just came out with Becky Cloonan and a bunch of great other writers and artists and stuff. So we're going to be in issue 5. I just found out today, issue 5. And I just saw the lettering proof for our story, and it's freaking awesome. I love it.
No big deal, guys.
Yeah. Matt Roberts is doing the art. He did Manifest Destiny for Skybound, and he's awesome. So yeah, pick up Creepshow issue 5. You can go ahead and pick up 1 through 4, but 5 is going to be the best one.
We have children at the door.
You want to come say hi, Nate?
No, we're still on the live stream. That's Nate. There he is. Hey, Nate.
Hi. Can I have your Yeti?
Get out of here, kid. All right.
So, David, that
Yes.
was so amazing of you to come on the show. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
And thank you for people telling me your birthday's Ignacio. I can't wait to make you feel bad on your birthday.
I'm saying goodnight to you guys. Say goodnight to you in a few minutes.
All right. 2 more minutes, Nate.
So,
Feed Nate.
Yes.
I can't.
Hashtag feed Nate. That's right.
Nate doesn't like that anymore. He
No.
doesn't want any more hashtag feed Nate.
No more hashtag feed
Man
Nate.
now.
You
He's
can
a man. He's 14.
hashtag feed me. I'll take it.
Hashtag
Hungry
feed
man.
David Andry. Hashtag
Yes.
David Andry's breakfast budget.
it's extensive.
So, David, thank you so much
Yes.
for being on the show. Stick around because we'd like to talk to you in the back room in a few minutes after we end the show.
Yes. And Ignacio, Nate did grow up so much. He's 14 now.
14.
14 is about to be in high school. Terrifying. Guys, humble brag moment. Nate last year got inducted into the National Juniors Honor Society for his amazing grades. And this year ran for president and got elected.
He is the president.
He is now the president of the National Junior Honor Society for Island Park, New York.
Pretty
Start passing some laws. Let's go.
As president, if you vote for me, I keep trying to run for president. Things nobody votes for me. I don't know why.
I would vote for you.
Make great legislative decisions, and no one wants any part of it.
No.
If you vote me as president of David Andry's book club.
Yes.
Vote now. David, would you like to say goodbye and any last words before we sign off?
Thanks for coming, guys. Goodbye. Thanks for all the support with Resonant, especially. I know you guys, pretty much everybody on this channel, I think, bought it at some point, or at least read it.
Or we sent them free copies of it.
You sent free copies, so that was awesome. Got a lot.
People.
I should have worn my Resonant shirt instead of my Bruce and Stephanie's comic shirt.
That's okay. We're on Bruce and Stephanie today. We're gotta support the comeback.
All right, that's fine.
And yeah, got a lot of stuff coming out. Keep an eye out. Much more stuff than I can talk about, but follow me on Instagram, I guess, Twitter.
You know any of your handles?
Yeah, it's all DB Andry, DBANDRY.
Yeah, I'll make sure I add them to the descriptions down in the comments below, or none of the comments down in the description below after the show. I shouldn't have done them before. Bad YouTuber.
That's okay. You're learning.
So what the fuck, Barigan? You only love David and Bruce. Where is
Wow.
Stephanie's name?
Wow.
We tolerate
Weak.
Steph.
Oh, he said
First of all,
Steph.
I don't like when people call me Steph.
No.
Don't abbreviate my name, Stephanie, and you love me because otherwise you wouldn't be here.
So good. So good. Yeah, so make sure you guys are following David Andry on all the socials. Do buy all of his books, obviously. Go back and buy Resident because that's definitely our favorite book. Andrew Dryden is another great book. I have not read his Denizen book just yet. Denizen. Sorry, Denizen. Dead Blood was not for me. I read it. I personally did not enjoy it, but I know I can't like everything this man does. It'd
That's
be
right,
too much.
and that is a very specific genre. We're going very specifically for 90s comics, so it's not going to be the heartfelt, emotional impact stuff I normally write. It's going to be goofy as hell.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely for people. Like there are people out there who love it.
Yes, it's definitely for humans. Good call, Bruce.
Definitely anyone who can read.
Yes.
If you read, then I have a book for you.
But yeah, David Andry is like the most amazing person. The fact that he came on in the show so long ago and has continued to stick with the craziness that is us.
And I
think it was my first or second show ever. I think you were the first interviewer person, podcast person that ever contacted me.
No.
And that I've told this story 100 times. I'll tell it again. When I remember I was first starting dating Bruce, and he was riding the train home from the city and reading Resonant and texting me about how good it was. And he's like, "Oh my God, David Andry just liked my post on Instagram about how much I like Resonant." And he was so excited that we got him on the show. Bruce was geeking out so hard. He was so excited. So
yeah, I mean, I was on the other side going, "Oh my God, somebody liked Resonant." You know, my first book. I was creeping on everybody. Anybody who hashtagged Resonant got a creep from me. So.
Well, it was the best creep of my life, David. So
look at that, David. I thought I was the best creep of his life, but
nope, you're not creepy enough.
Hit up my creep level.
Yes.
Thank you everyone that came to the show tonight. Thank you, everyone, for the super stickers, the super chats,
sisters.
the
Sister. Who remembers that show?
Sister.
Knew how much
I
I'd
was
miss
never that
you.
show.
Tia and
Didn't watch
Tamara
it.
Mary. Come on.
Nope. David, you? Sister.
I didn't
Jessica
have
Suarez
cable. I knew what it was,
definitely
but I didn't
knows.
have cable, so I couldn't watch
Jessica
it.
Suarez Gorski. Definitely knows sister. If she doesn't, I'd be very surprised.
Before we sign off, David, who should we reach out to next for the next creator to come on the show?
Ooh, let's see.
Who would you like to see on the show?
Wasn't there like a guy that was friends with David that then we had on the show? I want to say he was like bald, but he had like red hair, he had the big beard. Remember I dressed up like him?
I don't know. Throw our name, David. I'll reach out to them. Or maybe you can help me reach out to them because, I've reached out to a bunch of people and no one's responding to me. So
What?
Yeah.
I'll just come on every month to people get.
It'll just be David. It'll be the Stephanie, Bruce,
a David show.
David show.
I'll just handwrite it. I'll handwrite it in on the shirt right here.
Perfect. And like backwards, so like it's like a mirror. Like it's like you write it while you're on the show, so it's backwards.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And guys, if there's any people that you would like to see on the show, make sure you guys leave in
Make
comments
sure you
after
also
we
reach
wrap
out
the
to them
video.
and tell them to answer.
And then
us.
also, let them know that we're asking them to come on the show because I reached out to like 15 people and no one's answering me. So
What's wrong with them?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Also, we didn't take like 10 seconds to say hello to Victor Guzman, who said that he was here all the way from Mexico. Victor, what part of Mexico?
New
are you
Mexico.
from? New Mexico.
Oh no, Mexico.
From
Sorry.
Mexico. I was
Sorry.
right. From Mexico.
She's
Why would you say
Mexican.
all the way from New Mexico. That'd be a weird statement. New Mexico's not that far.
It is that far. It's like-
David's in California.
Oh, that's true.
It's not that far.
All right. This show's going off the rails.
He's from California / the Midwest.
Yes, / Midwest.
/ Midwest.
Chicken Town.
/ hog anal words.
Yes. Bumble puffs.
Oh my
Bumble
God.
puffs.
All right, guys.
The choosing hat.
Give me the
David for
choosing hat.
Oh my God.
Choosy McHattie.
Choosing McGatty.
All right, everyone. We're 13 minutes past time. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. We'll be back probably in like 3 to 4 weeks, depending on schedules and everything. But we'll be back one Friday in October.
Is there an ending skit? Is there an ending skit?
We were gonna do one, but
That's it.
10:14. We'll do a closing bit right now. Are you guys ready? Here we go. There we go.
That's
the
my
closing
dance
bit.
move.
Perfect.
Victor is never going to believe that I'm Mexican. Victor, I swear my father is from Guadalajara and I am 50% Mexican. But like Taco Bell Mexican. I don't know how to speak Spanish. Clearly I'm white as shit.
Guys, we'll be back in like 2, 3, 4, some kind of weeks, some Friday in October. Appreciate all of you. Yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.